we'd had a .22 rifle, you could have hit them from the ship. That's how close they were to us.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
We threw the lines off the ship, the bits on the ship, so we could get underway. And a half an hour later, we were moving into the inlet on our way out to sea. And there was so much smoke, you couldn't see the water hardly. And they were using radio communications, you know, to guide us out. I don't know how we ever got out of there without the smoke. But we saw, to start with, we saw 4 or 5 battleships being blown up by torpedoes. And we knew then that there was a war going on, that the Japanese were destroying our Navy. And by the time we went to our battle stations, there was so much smoke in the air you couldn't see what you were firing at. You barely could see a plane here and there, but it would disappear into the smoke. So anyway, when it was all over, I think they gave us credit for shooting our 3 planes. We got out to sea, and we got orders from the admiral to circle the island to see where the invasion fleet was. They thought there was an invasion. They were going to invade the island at that time, but we didn't find anything. After we got away from that smoke, everybody was a sigh of relief that you could breathe on your own all over.
Well, as I asked them, what was your reaction when the attack came? What did you think?
I thought it was our own planes. See, I was on the top side, all dressed, ready to leave the ship, and the planes came over us. Only about 200 feet over us, went a wham, wham, wham. And then we saw them dropping something into water. That was the torpedoes, but we didn't know what it was.
You thought it was smoke bombs?
Yeah. We found out later when the battleships began to blow up over there that there were torpedoes they had dropped into water. So by that time we were on the way, full speed, 30 knots, going out of that harbor. And on the way out, two destroyers were in front of us, ahead of us. And they spotted periscopes over on the starboard side, about a mile away. And they opened fire on them, and they disappeared. So later on, after the war, we found out there were 2 mini subs over there laying on the bottom. And they brought them up, cleaned them up, put them on these big flatbed trucks, and toured the country with them. You probably saw them. That was back in the early 50s. They toured the country with those mini subs, 2-man subs.
Right.
And when they got them out of the water, they didn't have a torpedo on them, so they had already fired the torpedoes at probably us and missed, you know, on our way out.